it's Hailey. Welcome to my office. So a lot has happened recently. You would especially know this if you guys follow me on Instagram and Twitter, but I did also post my moving vlog, so now you guys know, but I moved, so I felt like it was appropriate to do my first video here as a life update because so much has happened recently, all of it very quickly, and I know you guys have a lot of questions. A lot of you guys have been asking the same questions and like very understandably, so I thought I would take today as an opportunity to answer as many of them as I possibly can for you. So the first part of this video, I'm just going to be kind of talking about what has been going on recently and like what my life is like, and then the second part I'm going to go to Twitter because they asked you guys for questions there, so I will be answering any of the questions that you guys might have. So this year has gone very differently than expected. I was expecting the first month of the year to be very chill. I was expecting to be able to get a lot of reading done because I was supposed to be by myself for the majority of the month, but things ended up changing very quickly and they ended up changing for the better. So one thing led to another and I have moved in with my boyfriend. So this is really exciting. I'm really happy about it. We have been dating for 9 months now and I don't talk a lot about him, just other than like in vlogs I mention him, but I don't talk a lot about him because I want to keep that part of my life private. I want to keep our relationship private. I just don't feel comfortable sharing it with you guys, and it's nothing against you, it's how I feel, and also he doesn't want to be a part of it either. He understands and respects what I do, obviously, but he doesn't want to be in any videos. That has been like the #1 question is, when are we gonna meet your boyfriend? And the answer is you're not going to. He doesn't want to be in my videos and he doesn't want to be on my social media, and I also don't want him there because I don't know. I want that part of my life to be just for me, and that's kind of how I am with all of my personal life. In terms of vlogs and stuff, you'll notice that you never really see anyone else, you just see me, and that's because I like to keep my family time as family time and my time with friends as my time with friends. I don't like to vlog it. I don't want every part of my life to be on camera, so it's going to be the same with my boyfriend. I'm not going to tell you his name or anything about him, and that's just going to be the way that it is. So I'm sorry, but yeah, he's not going to be in any videos in the future. You'll just have to imagine what he looks like. But obviously things are going very, very well with him because we moved in together. So you guys all the time have been asking where I am because in my vlogs, I spend a lot of time at my boyfriend's, and you guys obviously aren't dumb, like you could see that, but I never really acknowledged it because, like I said, I want to keep the boyfriend stuff in our relationship private, so I just kind of let it be. But while I was doing edits, I talked about this a little bit in my moving vlog, I'll have that link down below, but while I was doing my edits, I came here and was doing my edits here because it was a quiet space and it was somewhere that I could like close the door and actually do my edits for Twin Travel Novel, because at home my writing desk was in the center of the universe of our house. It was in the middle of everything, so it became really hard to get things done there. So I spent a lot of time here and it just kind of had come to a point where it made sense for me to move in and we were ready to take that step, so we did. So this past weekend is when I moved in and I am now in my office. I got an office here, which is so nice. Like my boyfriend still uses it obviously, but I have my bookshelves, or they are actually behind the camera. I have them all set up. I am getting another bookshelf. It's going on the wall over here, and once I have that, I will do an updated bookshelf tour, and I will also do an office tour after. So this is my new desk. I'm obsessed with it. It is from Amazon actually, and it is an L-shaped desk. My desk at home used to, or at like my parents' house, used to be so small, and I don't realize that until I have this desk, and there's so much space, and I just feel like it's such an inspiring space and somewhere where I can be really productive too, which I'm very, very happy about. So I will give you guys like an inside look at everything once, you know, everything's set up. Right now I just kind of have stuff wherever, like this is just a temporary setup, but I do have some boxes of books over here that are for the shelves. We have 3 more shelves that are coming in. They're coming here January 30th. So that and my dresser, I'm so excited for that because then I can actually finally finish unpacking, because other than that stuff, I'm pretty much done with unpacking. So I will keep you guys updated with all of that like I did in the moving vlog, and I have been vlogging some of the unpacking process. I didn't vlog the actual moving day because it was chaos. There was terrible weather. It was a snowstorm. It was freezing rain. It was sleet. It was just terrible. So it wasn't exactly ideal to be vlogging. And like I said, I had a lot of people helping me and I don't really want them on camera. So I just didn't vlog any of that. But I have vlogged the unpacking and everything. I did a whole bookshelf reorganization video, and I'm feeling so inspired to get back to making videos again, because just since so much has been happening, videos have been a little bit slower than I would like them to. I still have gotten out a video every single week, even since Bookmas ended, but I wanted to get 2 videos out a week and I haven't been able to do that yet, but I have so many planned to film, so content will be coming, I promise. So the other thing is I got a puppy. I've talked about this in my moving vlog as well. I cried in that moving vlog, so I don't know why I'm directing so many people to it, but like, I got a puppy and I got the puppy of my dreams. I've always wanted a puppy. Like always, my entire life I've wanted a dog. I love the cats, but I'm just an animal person in general. So many people are like, oh, I thought you were a cat person. Like, no, I just love animals in general. I love all animals. So I've always wanted a dog because I wanted a pet that I can take out, and because I work from home now, it's something to get me out of the house. So I got a puppy way sooner than I expected to. So Charlie, you guys have met him. He's sleeping downstairs right now, or else I would pick him up and bring him up here, but here's a picture of him. You guys will see him in vlogs all the time. I've been vlogging this week and he is definitely in this week's vlog. So he is a long-haired miniature dachshund. I found out I do say it correctly. Someone told me I didn't, so then I changed how I said it, but dachshund is actually the way that you're supposed to say it. Watch, now people are gonna be like, no, you're still saying it wrong. Whatever, dachshund is what I'm sticking with. But he is dappled, so that's why he has this spot. A lot of people thought he was a mix with an Australian Shepherd, but he's not. He's just a little wiener dog, and I love him so much. It's the kind of dog I've wanted literally my entire life, and I still can't believe he's mine, to be honest. I keep on thinking I'm just dog sitting. I think Charlie is what I was talking about, but here he is. So my boyfriend was watching him, but he just left, so now I have the Charlie. But this is my little baby boy. He is the cutest. He's very sleepy right now. Say hi, Charlie. Hi. But he's so good. Like, I've never had a dog before, so it's been a learning experience, obviously, but my boyfriend has been really helpful with that. But he is actually a really well-behaved puppy. Potty training has been going well. It's not too hard. He's had only a couple of accidents, and those have been kind of like different circumstances, but we take him out all the time. Crate training, we're doing that for his own safety, and dogs also like having like a den to go to, so we're working on that with him. He just gets lonely, so we got him this little stuffed animal that has a heartbeat. One of you guys actually suggested that. That just came in today, so hopefully that will help with the crying. And the other thing is chewing, but that's because he's teething right now. So he just, when he's awake, he just kind of walks around like, wah, like trying to find something to bite. So we just have like bones and stuff. Like, this is a teething bone, so we just like stick it in his mouth and then he's fine. But he doesn't bark or anything. He's like super, super good, and I love him. He's perfect, and he like wasn't exactly the best timing to get a dog because we got him the Monday and then I moved the Saturday. So I took him with me while I was packing and everything because I was still packing that week. But he's so well behaved that it really wasn't a problem at all. It's just kind of the logistics of sorting out where the Charles is going to go. Now, speaking of dogs, we'll move along to cats. One of the main questions I've also been getting is, are the cats coming with me? And the answer to that is no, they are not. I'm not leaving them behind. I'm not abandoning them. They're not my cats. They are the family cats. They're my parents' cats, so they were never going to come with me. If anyone was going to come with me, it would have been Jackson, but he's 12 years old and he has lived in the same house his entire life. He has anxiety issues. That's why his belly is bald. He licked off all the fur. He's been doing that since he was a kitten. So I think that having him in a new environment would just be terrible for him, to be honest. And some people might not understand that, but honestly, I think it would make him sick. So I decided that he's going to stay back at home with the other cats, and especially since we have a dog, although surprisingly, he's okay with Charlie. He doesn't like love him, but he's usually terrified of everything, but he's pretty okay with Charlie. But I still think that it was the right decision to leave him at my parents' house. I moved within the same city. I only live 17 minutes away from my original home. So I go to that original home all the time still, and I will see the cats all the time. You guys will see them. It's just, they were never supposed to come with me. And obviously it breaks my heart to not be living with them anymore, but they're not my cats, so they weren't supposed to come with me anyways. Actually, when we got Luna was supposed to be my cat, but she bonded with my mom like so intensely because she was really sick when we got her, and my mom like nursed her back to health, so I just couldn't take Luna. Also, the cats just love each other too much. They have their own like ecosystem and life there, and I just think it would be cruel to take them away from that. The other thing is my boyfriend has a cat, so you guys have met her before. Her name is Sputnik. Her and Charlie have been doing pretty well. She's a very chill cat. He's a really chill dog, but he does get really excited when he sees her, so we're kind of working on that because he comes on a little strong and she's like, okay, not so sure about that. So we have a cat and a dog here. I have adopted a little cat daughter by moving in, so that's fun. A lot of you guys also asked if my books were coming with me, and yes, they all have come with me. I have gone through most of the books that I had throughout the house, so all of them are here except for I have some out in the garage still, but a lot of those I think I'm going to be unhauling, so I'm going to be doing a massive unhaul. I think I have it planned for February, but stay tuned for that. I'm trying to think if there were any other questions that you guys were asking a lot, but I think that was pretty much it for the main questions that I wanted to get to. So now I'm going to turn over to Twitter and see what other questions you guys asked. Oh, I guess the other thing I want to talk about is a little bit of a writing update. So I'm in my final round of edits, or what my agent thinks will be my final round of edits. We could do another one, but they're pretty sure that this will be my final round before going on submission. So that's really nerve-wracking. I'll be doing that over the next couple of weeks, and this is definitely a smaller edit than my original edit, which is kind of nice. But from there we will go on submission with publishers, which is basically where I'm at auction waiting for a publisher to bid on the story, and then I will have more information for you about if it will be getting published / when. Now actually moving to Twitter for the questions that you guys asked. How's reading going, and are you still going to be vlogging now that you've moved out? I will still be vlogging. I think it'll be easier now because I kind of stopped vlogs because I was spending so much time here, so it didn't really make sense to be doing vlogs. Also, I never acknowledged I straightened my hair because it was bugging me. I will have it curly again. I haven't had it straightened so long, but like I just wanted it out of my face, and I wanted it to last longer than a day because my curly hair is only really nice for a day. The second day is a toss-up, so I just wanted to have it be, yeah, that was, I don't think you care. But anyways, reading has been going. I haven't finished a book yet this year, unfortunately, but like I said, I have had so much going on, as you guys have heard, so I haven't really had the chance to do much reading. I have been listening to The Toll. I'm almost done. The Toll by Neil Shusterman. It is the final book of the Scythe trilogy, and I've been listening to that while I play Pokemon on my Nintendo Switch, but now I beat Pokemon, so now I'm kind of filling out my Pokédex. Oh my god, I feel like I just malfunctioned there. But audiobook has kind of been all I've been able to do. I do plan on picking up an actual physical read soon. But yeah, in terms of vlogging, I'm going to be vlogging as much as I can. I think it will be easier, so I should be able to vlog. I have been vlogging this week, so yay. What are you currently reading? So like I said, I'm reading The Toll, but then the other book that I'm currently reading, I haven't actually had the chance to pick it up yet, but I'm planning on starting The Right Swipe by Alicia Ray. This is an adult romance. I just think it's what I need to read right now because I'm so busy. It doesn't make sense to try and pick up something else. I was trying to read a fantasy, but I'm gonna take a second and read something easy before I get to fantasy. Weird. Someone had a sneezing fit. But I'm reading this actually with a couple of friends. We do a little romance book club. They're local friends that I used to work with, but one of them really likes historical romance. The other one likes paranormal and fantastical romance, and I like contemporary, so we get a little bit of everything. This month it was my pick, so I picked this one and I'm hoping I'll like it. What's the scariest part about moving? Definitely the change. I've said this so many times now, you guys are probably sick of it, but I grew up in the same bedroom my entire life. I've never moved before, so it still feels kind of surreal to be living somewhere else. I don't really feel like I live here yet. I'm sure that will come. I think once there are no more boxes, I'll feel more like I live here, but right now I feel like I'm just kind of floating on cloud 9. Like life has been going so amazingly that I'm like, what, but kind of just waiting for it all to come crashing down around me. But so far so good. But I think the scariest part is definitely the change, and I think part of that is like a sad part. That's why I cried in my vlog. It's just like taking that next step and moving on with my life, which is something that I've been resisting for so long, but now it's finally happening and I'm really happy about it, but it's definitely scary. Now, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know I love cooking. I constantly post what I'm cooking, and this question has to do with that. That's why I prefaced it. So what is a recipe you want to make but are intimidated by? Now, I'm intimidated by baking as a whole, like anything that's not really a cookie or a cake. Even cakes though, I feel like cookies I have an easier time with, but baking is just so scientific, and I don't like measuring like that exactly, so baking is intimidating for me. But I think something that I used to be intimidated by was making gnocchi, but I've made it so many times now and it's so good. I actually, the last time I made it, it was the best. I made Chrissy Teigen's recipe from, I think it was from her first cookbook, Cravings, but I made sweet potato gnocchi from that, and I had gotten a ricer, so it made it much easier to get the potato like finely grated, because I used to use a grater, but the potato would still be hot, so I'd be burning myself the entire time and it just wouldn't grate nicely. So I kind of had chunky gnocchi, which was still good, but now is just like smooth and really nice. So I used to be so intimidated by that, but I think pasta kind of intimidates me the most, like fresh made pasta. I just feel like it's so hard, but it is something I would like to get into eventually, but I'm also okay with just buying pasta noodles. How has your mental health been with all of these changes happening? Are you able to take it all in stride and do what needs to get done, or is it more of a constant existential crisis? So I think it kind of comes and goes. This has been definitely a good move. I was ready to move out. My parents were ready for me to move out. Not that there's anything like wrong there. Like, everything's fine with my family. It was just kind of at a point where I'm 24 and I'm ready to be out on my own and independent. No one is more surprised about that than me, but my mental health has been going in spurts just because I get really overwhelmed by the mess. I like things to be organized and everything has a place and that's where it goes, or else my brain kind of mirrors what's going on in my space. So I think I just would get very overwhelmed by everything that had to be done, but now I'm feeling a lot better. It wasn't that horrible. It was just at times I was like, how am I possibly going to do all of that? So I think that's the main issue that I was having. What is one thing you hate / find extremely hard to deal with about BookTube? I think the one thing I hate is having strangers comment on your every move, and like, this community really isn't that bad for it, but I find that very difficult, and obviously like I just shouldn't be on the internet then, but here I am. So I think that's a big reason why I decided to keep my relationship private, is because I don't like other people commenting on things that they don't know about, like they don't know anything about me or my situation, you know? So yeah, that's definitely the thing I hate the most about it. How do you manage job, writing, training, filming, editing, friends and family, and basically everyday life, but still be able to read about 2 or 3 books per week? Honestly, lately, I haven't, and that happens. I sometimes will read a ton and be in the mood to read, but lately I've been so busy and so exhausted that I haven't been reading, and that's okay. It's very hard to time manage and do all of that. So I think being patient is what it comes down to. And I know that's not really helpful advice, but there's no like secret to being able to do that. It's just sometimes I'm able to read, sometimes I'm not. So yeah, there are quite a few questions about like, how have you been managing with all of this? And it's been hard, but I've let reading fall on the back burner for now because I know it's something that I'll be able to get to later. I think like this week I'll finally be able to get back to it, but I just prioritize. I think that's what it comes down to. What Hogwarts house do I think Charlie would be in? I don't know yet. Stay tuned. So I think that's actually all the questions that I'm going to answer. I hope this helped to answer some of the questions that you guys had. If there were more that I didn't get to, leave them down below and I will try and get to them for you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will be getting back to regular content and hopefully my 2 videos a week. I'm going to try and do that. Actually, some weeks I have planned like 3 or 4 videos because there's a lot of videos that I want to do and to do them in like a certain time frame. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!